Hey actors, have you ever heard of the Overdone Song list or the Do Not Sing list? Well, guess what? They're not real. They don't exist. You can go ahead and banish the notion of those lists from your brain. You are allowed to sing anything you want to in the audition room. What is so scary about If I Loved You? I'll tell you what. There's a lot of expectation around that song. We've all heard it a million different times. We know what it's supposed to look and sound like. And I think that that is a good thing for the audition room. It helps us behind the table to be able to do our jobs, which is to accurately assess your skills. It helps us to be able to place you next to somebody in our brains and be like, okay, that person is on par with the best version I've ever heard of that song. Or, oh my gosh, they are even better than the best version I've ever heard of that song. I now know what to do with that person. If you only bring in rare, obscure songs that no one's ever heard of, we might not be able to do that because we have no frame of reference for what that song is supposed to sound like. And if the person behind the table is not so musically inclined, they might not know that you're actually crushing that song because they don't know the song. The point of the audition is to demonstrate your skills in a way that lets us receive them. It is not to keep lists of all the songs that casting directors hate and to stay away from those songs. In fact, singing overdone songs sends a big signal. It sends a message. It like is a way to plant your flag in the room and be like, yes, I am singing. I could have danced all night. And yes, I know that it's overdone, but listen to my version of it. In fact, go ahead and call me back for Eliza, because I know that when you're hearing this song one after another on callback day, my version will hold a candle to all the other versions. Now, if you're not okay with being compared to other people on that song, you should probably step away from that song. Like if you sing a Whitney Houston song, we will compare you to the great Whitney Houston. So if that makes you uncomfortable, perhaps choose a different song. And if someone tells you you should never sing that song, maybe what they're trying to tell you is, I've heard a lot of people sing that song. Your version isn't competitive with the other versions. So maybe you should coach that song, get with a voice teacher and make it competitive, or simply choose another song. But the idea that you would come into a room and you would sing the overdone song Astonishing from Little Women, and you would crush it, and the director would be like, oh my gosh, I loved her voice, her acting. She was so my vision for the character. I want her for this role so badly, but she sang Astonishing, and I don't like that song, so I can't give it to her. That would never happen. The only criteria for your audition songs should be, is it astonishing when I sing it? If the answer is yes, sing the damn song and break a leg.